Right now, new surges in coronavirus cases in Wisconsin and across the country. The latest updates to the pandemic.
Plus, new information on the president's tax history this morning. We'll tell you how he's responding.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. September 28th. I'm Josh Breiter.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Chris Stanford is on paternity leave. We start right away with the latest on the coronavirus pandemic. After a downward trend through August and the first half of September, daily cases once again on the rise for almost half of the country.
Yeah, according to Johns Hopkins University this morning, the United States reported more than 55,000 new cases on Friday. On average, the country is recording about 46,000 new infections every day. That's up 11,000 per day from 2 weeks ago.
So Reuters reports several states here in the Midwest are showing test positivity rates of more than 25%. The World Health Organization says any testing rate above 5% is concerning because it likely means there are more unconfirmed cases in the community.
Here in Wisconsin, we're showing about a 28% positivity rate in testing for the last 24 hours. DHS and county dashboards show an increase of 2,100 new cases for the fourth day in a row. We set a state record for new daily cases twice last week, and according to Reuters, hospitalizations from the virus set a record 7 days in a row. No more deaths have been reported, but about 20,000 of the state's nearly 116,000 all-time cases remain active.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says vaccinations for COVID-19 now could start before the end of the year. Dr. Fauci says it's becoming more likely those vaccines could become available by November or December, though their distribution likely won't be widespread right away. He says it's still probable that enough people won't be vaccinated for things to go back to normal until the third or fourth quarter of 2021. Meanwhile, researchers believe the pandemic is having a negative impact on cancer care. A new report out finds that nearly 80% of people receiving treatment for cancer have experienced some delay in care because of the pandemic. It also looks like fewer people are being screened for cancer. The report says the number of tests to screen for cervical, breast, and colon cancer fell by 85% or more since the spring. Researchers say those delays could lead to more than 10,000 additional deaths over the next decade.
The military says it has seen a big increase in suicides among the ranks due to the pandemic. Senior Army leaders say they've seen about a 30% jump in active duty suicides this year compared to last. Military officials say they believe the coronavirus is adding stress to the already strained armed forces as they struggle with war zone deployments, natural disasters, and civil unrest. The Pentagon is refusing to provide data or discuss suicide rates in the troops, but department briefings indicate a 20% increase among all branches of the military. A new survey this morning finds sharing a home with a pet could help your mental health and loneliness during COVID-19 lockdowns. UK researchers say more than 90% of people who took part in their research say pets helped them cope emotionally and stay active.
Dane County rules and restrictions on local establishments to help curb the spread of coronavirus are forcing many businesses to get creative. The Ivory Room Piano Bar in downtown Madison moved its pianos to the window and created a patio on the street so music lovers can continue to enjoy a night out. Song requests are written on sticky notes and stuck onto the windows. The outdoor innovation is helpful, but the owners still fear they won't have a sustainable option for the winter.
It will be devastating to lose this for Madison. We have a great group of people coming in, like I said, from all over. Whether or not we can sustain it, the way things are going now, it's so difficult to say.
The owners started a GoFundMe page with the goal of $50,000 to cover rent through those winter months.
Well, some of you may have recently received a small gift basket at your doorstep or know someone who has.
It's a little bit like adult ding dong dash. Get in, get out, don't be seen.
This is not a prank, though, but a simple act of kindness to help spread this during a time of uncertainty. Coming up in our next half hour, I'm going to be bringing you the story about a special group paying it forward one basket at a time. It's a story you won't want to miss, only on News 3 Now this morning.
6:04 on your Monday. Aaron White is tracking a bit of a change in the forecast there, Aaron.
Yeah, we certainly are. We have those cool temperatures in place for today, and that's going to be the trend right on through the work week. Now, today we are also looking at the chance for a few spotty showers passing on through. Not a total washout, nothing like we had yesterday, so we're not looking at any heavy rainfall, but at least a few spotty showers will be possible throughout the day today. 51 degrees now, the wind pretty light out of the west, about 5 miles per hour. And our temperatures generally into the lower 50s. We have 51 in Madison, 52 in Monroe, down to 48 though in the Dells, and 51 degrees in Lone Rock. And as we look at our forecast through the day today, 55 by about lunchtime. A few showers passing on through, maybe a few peaks of sunshine as we get towards the afternoon, but still a rather cool day with a high around 58 degrees. Now there are a couple showers on radar this morning right around Lone Rock, just a couple sprinkles, not really amounting to anything, and those are going to be passing to the south and east. Generally the flow is out of the north and west, and that's ushering in those cooler temperatures for today. We can see that here on future tracks, starting off in the 40s and 50s this morning. A couple showers showing up. Those are going to be moving to the south and east. And notice our wind generally out of the northwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour. So it's going to be a little breezy at times. And with our temperatures stuck into the 50s, it's going to feel rather chilly for today. And it's also going to keep that way going into the day on Tuesday. Rainfall amounts, again, on the light side for today and tomorrow. Otherwise, a trough is going to build in across the east for the upcoming work week. And that's going to usher in even cooler conditions as we head towards Thursday and Friday of this week. And talk about freeze, we're going to be close to that by the end of the week, and this is about the time where we see our first freeze. So not out of the question as we head towards the end of the work week. We can see here on the extended forecast, the warm day this week, Wednesday, a high of 60 as we drop to 53 on Thursday, a chance for a few showers, 52 on Friday. The weekend, though, not looking bad. It's going to be on the cool side, but still a little bit of sunshine, highs in the lower 50s. But look at those overnight lows Thursday and Friday, middle 30s.
Burr.
Gonna be a little chilly, I gotta say.
You could feel like the chill in the air this morning.
You definitely could. I was out on the patio and I could actually see my breath a little bit.
Do you have your gloves on?
I did not have the gloves.
Your hat?
I should get that.
Little fuzzy
Maybe by
muffs?
the end of the week.
Your ear muffs?
A little extra yet, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, 6:06 right now. The New York Times says that it has obtained years of President Trump's tax returns, which show he frequently paid no taxes. The Times says it has more than 2 decades of Trump's tax information, showing the president paid no federal income taxes at all in 10 of 15 years starting in 2000 because he reported losing significantly more than he made. In terms of federal income taxes, President Trump paid just $750 the year he won the presidency and another $750 his first year in the White House. President Trump is denying these claims this morning and says in time he does plan to release his tax returns to the public.
As my tax returns, it's under audit. They've been under audit for a long time. The IRS does not treat me well. It'll all be revealed. It's going to come out.
The president is not required to hold his tax returns while they're under audit. President Trump's attorney tells the New York Times the president has paid tens of millions of dollars to the federal government in, quote, personal taxes like Social Security, Medicare, and taxes for household staff.
Dr. Jill Biden is going to be in Madison today to campaign for her husband's bid for president. The former second lady will be at a Get Out the Vote event at noon, where she'll share how Wisconsin voters can submit their ballots this year. Dr. Biden also expected to visit Waukesha. No other details about her trip have been released yet.
All ballots in Wisconsin will now have to be turned in by 8 o'clock on Election Day. This comes less than a week after the announcement that clerks would get 6 more days to count ballots. A federal appeals court has halted the state's 6-day extension. The new ruling is a victory for Republicans and the president, while a lower court had sided with Democrats to extend the deadline until November 9th. The extension is now on hold unless the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals or Supreme Court take further action. You can expect to stop seeing political ads on Google platforms right after the presidential election. Google will temporarily prohibit the ads on its platforms as soon as the polls close. Google officials say the restriction could last a week or more. It will also apply to state and local races. Google's ban on election ads will come in the form of its sensitive event policy, which the company has previously deployed for unpredictable or chaotic events such as natural disasters and the coronavirus pandemic. Google says it is doing this because of the likelihood of delayed elections this year.
A federal judge allowing TikTok users to continue continue downloading the app. For now, the order temporarily blocks the Trump administration from banning the platform. TikTok is challenging the Commerce Department measure, saying it deprives the company of due process. The federal judge voiced a similar view during an emergency hearing on Sunday and then later issued the injunction. The ban was supposed to start this past Sunday. Officials postponed it for a week after President Trump tentatively approved a deal aimed at addressing his national security concerns. All right, 3 weeks into the NFL season, and the Packers still undefeated this morning. The Green and Gold traveled to New Orleans last night to play the Saints on Sunday Night Football. The offense, once again, pretty impressive. They beat the Saints in a high-scoring game with an Aaron Rodgers touchdown pass to Bob Tonyan with 2 minutes to go, proving to be the difference there. The defense was able to hang on for a 37-30 win. They play the winless Atlanta Falcons a week from today on Monday Night Football.
Good way to start the week there. And let's take a look at your first warning traffic on a Monday morning. All things good around here as well. We've got no crashes to report this morning. A couple of slowdowns popping up near John Dolan Drive and East Washington Avenue. Park Street and the Beltline looking A-OK so far. Looks like average speed on the Beltline around 64 miles an hour this morning. That's your first warning traffic.
All right, 6:10 on your Monday. Lots of families are facing some tough financial situations during this pandemic. Coming up, Consumer Reports helps us decide whether to save right now or to pay down debt.
And a 24-hour protest happening now in Kenosha. We're hearing from Jacob Blake's uncle on how the community's response is helping Jacob recover this morning. We're back right after this.
Donald Trump is lying again. Joe Biden will not raise taxes on anyone making under $400,000. Biden will close tax loopholes for big corporations. Trump's tax cut giveaway exploded our debt, so he's threatening Social Security and Medicare. Biden will make the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share, so we can protect Social Security and Medicare and invest in schools and health care.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
1, 2, 3, up!
Right now, you can get $2,000 customer cash on a stylish new 2020 Toyota Camry or Camry Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
This car since you were 8 policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Get yard work done faster with Poulon Pro at Menards. These tools are designed to tackle outdoor tasks with ease. Now, Poulon Pro yard tools are all 11% off. Protect your boats and campers with RV and marine antifreeze. It has superior burst-proof protection down to negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Get it for $199 after 11% rebate. Start saving on everything you need at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We're back at 6:13 this morning. Fines for those caught with cannabis in Rock County will now cost less than a cup of coffee. Last week, the county board changed the fine for possession to just $1. Before this update, getting caught with cannabis could cost up to $500 plus the court costs. The way the ordinance is written, it only applies if you're caught by a sheriff's deputy, not a police officer within the city. You still will have a record if caught with marijuana, though.
We are hearing from the officer who shot Jacob Blake 7 times in the back for the very first time since that incident in Kenosha. In a CNN exclusive with his attorneys, Officer Rustin Shesky says he used deadly force to stop what he believed might have been a kidnapping. Shesky says he heard a woman say, "He's got my kids," just before the shooting. He told investigators he was afraid that Blake would have driven away with the children in the car.
Right now, protesters are in Kenosha's Civic Center Park for a 24-hour Justice for Jacob rally. Their protest comes 1 month after the shooting that left Jacob Blake paralyzed. The event opened yesterday with prayers by ministers from several different faith denominations. Blake's uncle, Justin, spoke to supporters on Jacob's condition and how their demonstrations are helping.
But he is, in fact, incrementally getting better day after day. His resilience is getting stronger. Kenosha residents that have been phenomenal and continue to come out every time the Blake Stone event. So that's better medicine than anything they got in the hospital right now.
Activists set up tents in the park and offered free food, voter registration, and mental health discussions. They plan to remain in the park until noon today. No marches are planned. Colorful murals are still popping up around the city of Madison as protests for social justice continue.
One of the latest installations comes courtesy of some local students. Kids from more than 35 different schools joined together to help design and create this new mural downtown. Allie Brodnix is one of the artists. She says their art is an important way to help kids take part in this conversation.
I think it's important that kids get involved with this because in the future it might affect them. I hope people understand that Black Lives Matter and that we should all be equal.
Randall Elementary's art teacher, S.J. Hemerick, says black and brown students were invited to paint the mural, while white students served as allies and supported their classmates.
6:16 right now. Aaron White is out on the patio this morning. And Aaron, did you forget the jacket today? Are you thinking you wanted a jacket?
Yeah. I gotta say, after standing out here for a couple minutes, it is feeling a bit chilly, so the jacket would have been nice this morning. So definitely don't make my mistake. Grab the jacket as you're heading out the door this morning, as our temperatures are down into the upper 40s and lower 50s. Right now, 51 in Madison. We have 49 in the Dells, 51 in Lone Rock. And going through the day, we are going to see the clouds in place. We also will see the chance for a couple spotty showers. Today's high only 58 degrees, but by the end of the week, we are going to turn even cooler. We're also going to see a little bit more sunshine. So if you want to check out some of the fall colors across Wisconsin, seeing more of the colors across central and northern Wisconsin, getting closer to peak conditions. Starting to see more colors here across southern Wisconsin as well. And here are some of the photos. This one from Sioux. You can see a lot of nice colors there in the trees. This was taken near Wisconsin Rapids. So some nice yellows, oranges, and reds starting to show up across central and southern Wisconsin. So I think we're going to start to see a lot more of that as we head through the next couple of weeks.
All right, Aaron, thank you. A new study finds 63% of Americans believe the economy is worse than it was before the pandemic. That's according to USA Today, citing a survey by the Democracy Fund and UCLA Landscape or Nationscape Project. The number is down 10% from June when it was 73%. Since then, more businesses have been allowed to reopen, and the unemployment numbers are going down. The poll surveyed more than 6,700 Americans from September 10th through the 16th.
Millions of Americans have been forced to make very difficult financial decisions this year. You might be wondering whether you should be spending your money to pay off debt or saving it right now instead. Consumer Reports took a look at some strategies for you. Andrea Bloom has devised a whole system so she can zero her credit card bills and plan for her future at the same time.
My best plan is to take the money before I ever see it so that I don't even know it exists.
Money experts at Consumer Reports agree with her strategy and say it's important to find the right balance.
It's difficult to tackle two financial goals at once, but if you take a two-pronged approach, you can save for retirement and pay down your debt at the same time.
Start by taking a good hard look at where your money is going. Several online tools can help you track your spending, including Mint.com, which is free, and YNAB, short for You Need a Budget, which costs $84 a year. Then look for ways to free up cash. You'll have the biggest impact with big-ticket items like housing or transportation. But small fixes like making coffee yourself or cooking at home can also add up over time. Next, prioritize your debt. High-interest credit cards should go first, then lower-interest debt like student loans. Setting up automatic payments like Andrea has can help make it mindless.
It makes it much easier because that way you don't have to remember each month to send in the money, and you know that your debt is being paid down regularly.
At the same time, slide even a small amount of money into a rainy day fund for unexpected medical bills or car repairs. And continue to feed a retirement plan. If you have access to a plan at work, opt in. People who have access can be 12 times more likely to save for retirement. It isn't always easy, but balancing debt against savings is the right call. So Consumer Reports says it's important to remember that people with hefty amounts of debt need to be patient, stay the course, and remember that this needs to be a long-term plan. The younger you are when you start to save, the better off you'll be in the long run.
House Democrats may vote on another coronavirus relief bill in the coming days. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi told CNN she believes the deal can be reached with the White House, though the two sides have been at least $1 trillion apart in what they're willing to spend. The House passed a $3 trillion stimulus bill back in May, but Senate Republicans have not taken it up. 20 minutes past 6 o'clock, still ahead for us on this Monday morning, how a cereal maker is bringing back a little taste of nostalgia.
And coming up in our next half hour, some local schools start virtual learning today. Which ones and how long they plan to stay online. That's still ahead.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
A little ding means more savings now at the Brothers Main Scratch and Dent floor model sale. You'll get more amazing deals for your kitchen, laundry, and living room. Get up to 40% off hundreds of products to make you and your home happier. Want more? How about expert salespeople every day or our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee? The Scratch and Dent floor model sale means more selection, more savings, and more ways to make you and your home happier. Now at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
Don't miss out on these great deals at Govan Cars Grand Opening Sale. Where can you buy 2018 or 2019 new body style Chevy Equinoxes starting only $14,995 or $233 per month?
That's right. Buy a 2018 or 2019 new body style Chevy Equinox starting at only $14,995 or $233 per month. So just hurry in today and ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Govan.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Govan.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
Come in today for Rubens' annual leather event. Rubens has received generous discounts from all our fine leather suppliers. Natuzzi, American Leather, and many other manufacturers have allowed Rubens to give you up to 10% off on all leather furniture. Rubens' downtown store and Westside store have many pieces that are available for immediate delivery. Remember, all interior design services are complimentary. Stop into either Rubens today for our leather event.
Attention, have you or a loved one suffered from maculopathy, a serious retinal injury, after taking the prescription drug Elmiron for interstitial cystitis or bladder pain syndrome? In 2018, a researcher at the Emory School of Medicine linked Elmiron, a prescription drug that treats interstitial cystitis or bladder pain syndrome, to maculopathy, which is sight-threatening and can cause an abrupt change of vision. Call Elmiron Justice for a free legal consultation.
Please call 800-395-6755.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
Welcome back. Our annual Coats for Kids drive is underway, and every morning we're updating our coat count to show you how much of a difference you're making here in our community.
So let's take a look at where we're at this morning. We now have Drum roll, more than 1,600 items. We picked up more than 200 donations since our last tally last week. We want to take a minute and thank you all for your donations. They are much appreciated, and if you haven't been able to donate yet, you still have plenty of time to get out there and do so.
Yeah, the Community Action Coalition says they're expecting a larger need this year because of the pandemic and families having a hard time financially. Be sure to check your closets, drop off any of those coats, hats, and gloves that you're looking to get rid of at Clinky Cleaners. Just go there until October 10th.
All right, 6:24 now. If you're an 80s kid, get ready for a throwback Saturday morning breakfast.
Oh, I'm already really hungry about this next story. General Mills trying to tap into that nostalgia and is going retro, bringing back the 80s recipes of 4 of its cereals. Cocoa Puffs, Cookie Crisp, Trix, and Golden Grahams are permanently returning to their 1980s versions. The company says Cocoa Puffs will deliver a more chocolatey taste. Cookie Crisp will bring back more chocolate chip cookie flavor. Trix returning to 6 fruity shapes. And Golden Grahams bringing back honey. General Mills says they are now available at most major retailers nationwide.
Okay, we've already decided none of us like these 4. What would you like?
So my go-to cereal as a kid was Frosted Flakes because
that's good.
They're great.
Oh, yeah. Tony the Tiger
Tony
really
the
sold it for you, huh?
Yeah, he did.
I was a Fruit Loops gal.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Classic.
I was always for Lucky Charms.
Oh,
that's
and
a
Lucky
good one,
Charms.
too.
That's a good one, too. And the frosted mini wheats when I was trying to be healthy.
Try to be healthy.
Those are a little better for you.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I never really got into the big sugary ones like the Cookie Crisp, Cocoa
My
Puffs.
parents wouldn't let me. Could you imagine me with chocolate in my stomach at 8 years old, bouncing off the walls?
7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, no, my parents were smart there.
I do love the 80s, though, so that's cool to bring that back.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
More chocolate, I guess.
Gotta have a little bit of chocolate, right?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Maybe just not for breakfast.
Yeah, maybe not. Probably not.
All right, turning to the weather today, Aaron, unfortunately not a great way to start the week. Kind of hard to get out of bed today.
Yeah, certainly so, as we have the clouds in place for today. Temperatures are into the 40s and lower 50s this morning. We will see a few spotty showers coming on through, and there will be a little peak of sunshine here or there later on this evening. And then tonight, the skies will clear and temperatures will be dropping down into the 40s. And we are going to be ushering in some cooler air for the end of the week. And for tonight, with the clear skies, you may be able to see the northern lights. So something to look forward to tonight.
Oh, there you go. All right, stay with us, folks. We're back after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Autumn adventurers, run with Sloan. Save $500 on full-size and $300 on mid-size John Deere Gator XUVs. Plus, get 0% for 48 months. Get a John Deere Gator during Gear Up for Fall. And
Powered up with Sloan.
Let us help you create your family's recipe for health. SSM Health and News 3 Now are making it easy by putting all the ingredients right at your fingertips. With topics like healthy habits, nutrition, and mental well-being, there's something for everyone. Visit Channel 3000's Time for Kids page for advice from SSM Health experts.
And catch fresh and informative reports on News 3 Now.
Take time for kids with SSM Health and News 3 Now.
at Papa Murphy's, we need seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
This is our chance to put the darkness of the past 4 years behind us, to end the anger, the insults, the division, and start fresh in America.
I don't pledge allegiance to red states of America or blue states of America. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. I'm going to fight as hard for those who supported me as those who did not support me. We have a chance to put anger and division that overtaken this country behind us. And we can. We've done it so many times in our history. We've begun anew. We can get control of this virus. We can reward work. We can make healthcare affordable. We can be a safe and just nation. We can deal with the existential threat of climate change. We can be what we are at our best. One nation, one people, one America. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our community.
As you look forward to the future, Beaver Dam Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
Join Anytime Fitness on Tuesday, October 6th during our 12-hour sale and literally only pay what you can. It's our way of helping you get back to making healthy happen. Pay what you can on Tuesday, October 6th at Anytime Fitness.
Autumn adventurers, run with Sloan. Save $500 on full-size and $300 on mid-size John Deere Gator XUVs. Plus, get 0% for 48 months. Get a John Deere Gator during Gear Up for Fall. And
Powered up with Sloan.
There's a new tool to track COVID-19 in a local school district. What information is being shared with parents and what's being left out?
And we have that cloudy and cool weather in the forecast for today, and we're going to keep it around for much of the work week. I'll have the forecast coming up.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on a Monday morning. I'm Josh Sprider.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Chris Stanford is on paternity leave. Starting today, students at 2 Darlington schools will start learning virtually. Darlington Elementary and middle schools are making the switch after 2 people in the district tested positive. The district hasn't specified whether the cases are from students, staff, or both. Students will stay online for at least 2 weeks. All extracurricular activities will be canceled as well. 4K classes will be closed while the other classes are online. And there's no class today for students at Edgerton's Community Elementary School as staff there prepare to go virtual. Community Elementary will shift to that all virtual instruction tomorrow after they saw a rise in positive cases in several classrooms. Like Darlington, Edgerton plans to have the kids back in the classroom on the 12th. Yahara Valley Elementary, middle, and high schools and all 4K centers will still be open.
New this morning, Jefferson County is releasing data on COVID-19 cases within its school district. Let's take a closer look here. You can see there are 56 active cases in the district this morning. 31 have already recovered. It breaks the cases down by day and by school, but it doesn't note how many of the cases are students and how many are staff. The earliest Fort Atkinson students could go back would be a week from today on Monday. The district making the switch to virtual last week because of a high COVID-19 activity rate in the county.
So telling the difference between the flu and COVID-19 in your kids can be difficult, but doctors say getting the flu shot can help make that easier. If your child starts showing symptoms, there are some key distinctions to make that help doctors figure out what your kid is fighting. Some of those questions cover their exposure to COVID and if they have a fever. Not only does a flu shot narrow down what your child could have, it also helps make fewer people sick. A COVID-19 test could be necessary in certain cases, but you should call your doctor before getting a test for your kids. And new this morning, early data is starting to answer some questions on pregnancy during the pandemic. New studies by the CDC show expecting moms who have the virus could pass it on to their fetus. But the good news here, it doesn't seem to happen too often. And unlike Zika, there isn't any evidence showing an association with birth defects. For babies who do get the virus, doctors say they generally have pretty good outcomes.
A new study shows fewer than 1 in 10 people in the U.S. have antibodies to COVID-19. The findings published in the Lancet Journal confirm that despite high rates of COVID in the U.S., the country isn't close to having herd immunity. Researchers say more people on average have antibodies in the Northeast, where around 1 in 4 have them, while the Western U.S. has some of the lowest rates at less than 5%. The results roughly match data presented by the CDC showing 9 in 10 Americans are still susceptible to the virus.
6:32 now. As we all adjust to the pandemic, it's important to keep your family healthy, not just to prevent the spread of coronavirus, but to develop habits to live a healthy lifestyle, even after the pandemic.
In this week's Time for Kids segment, Amanda Quintana shows us the importance of oral health.
Oral health can affect your overall health, so doctors want to make sure kids learn good oral hygiene habits at a young age. Really, as soon as their teeth come in, parents should be brushing them right away, even at just 4 months. The recommendation is brushing 2 times a day, 2 minutes each. SSM Health family physician Dr. Priyanshu Parekh says parents might have to get creative to encourage this, like playing their kids' favorite song while they brush.
Kids love to imitate their parents, so if you can set up a session where you both brush your teeth together and the kids can learn from it, that encourages the kid to continue with a good, healthy habit.
Oral hygiene also affects nutrition, speech, and facial appearance development. It's important to prevent cavities and infections that could spread and cause bigger issues. While the type of toothbrush doesn't matter as much, you should always brush with fluoride toothpaste.
Amanda Quintana, Amanda, thank you. The Packers are still undefeated this week after taking down Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints last night. Aaron Rodgers passing for 283 yards and 3 touchdowns, helping lead the Pack to a 37-30 win. Brees didn't have a bad game himself, passing for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Pack still tied with the Bears for first in the division today. The Bears beat the Falcons in their game yesterday. The Packers will play the Falcons 1 week from today.
And a feel-good family moment out of the NFL. You might recognize these gentlemen. The Watt brothers had a family reunion on the field yesterday. JJ's Texans visiting TJ and Derek Steelers. According to ESPN, it's the second time in nearly a century that 3 brothers have played in the same game. JJ Watt lost his matchup with TJ and Derek Steelers, winning 28-21.
So if you're their parents, who do you cheer for to win?
The Badger, of course. What kind of question is that? JJ.
I don't even know why I even asked.
JJ. Yeah, that was a heartbreaking outcome for me.
That's an awesome story, though. All right, coming up on 6:35 this morning, meteorologist Aaron White in for Hattie on this Monday. And we love these fall photos, and they keep coming in, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, they have been great across central and northern Wisconsin so far. This one from Buffalo County, thanks to Ashley for sending this one in. You can see just some of the golden color in the trees, gold, yellow, orange, and red showing up across Buffalo County. And we're starting to see that here in southern Wisconsin as well. Another photo, this one from Wisconsin Rapids, a lot more red and oranges in the trees, and likely to see more of this across southern Wisconsin as we go through the next couple of weeks, as we get some of those cooler temperatures and some more drier conditions by the end of this week. Today, not going to be dry. It's not going to be a total washout, but we're going to see a few spotty showers passing on through. We have the clouds in place this morning, 51 degrees. The wind is light, but that wind will start to pick up just a little bit, so it's going to be somewhat breezy at times. Temperatures are into the 40s and lower 50s. We have 49 in the Dells, 51 in Lone Rock, 50 in Platteville and Lancaster, 52 in Boscobel. And as we go through today, not really warming up too much at all. Temperatures into the mid to upper 50s by the afternoon. Again, a few spotty showers are expected. Starting to see that here on Doppler radar just south of Lone Rock, a couple showers there. Very light in nature, and they are going to be passing to the south and east as we go through today. Now, yesterday saw a bit more rainfall. Some areas saw over ½ an inch. Not going to be that case today, as we are going to see rather light amounts, generally under ½ of an inch. And the showers will continue this afternoon. Temperatures into the 50s, maybe a few peaks of sunshine, but otherwise just a cool day. So as we look at our extended forecast, the warm day, Wednesday, 60 degrees as we cool back down into the lower 50s by Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Luckily, we will get some more sunshine by the weekend. And the other thing for tonight, if you want to check it out, clear skies are expected, so you may be able to see the northern lights low on the horizon sometime during the night with the clear skies. Hard to forecast that, so you might want to pay attention to social media for other people to see if they've tweeted about it or something like that.
Okay, I need to take a second and correct myself. Turns out all the Watt brothers were Badgers. You can tell which one was my favorite, which one was in school while I was in school.
Wow.
JJ. Still hands down the best Badger, but yeah, all the Watt brothers.
Hey, learn something new today.
Oh, boy. All right, Aaron, thank you. 6:37 now. Dr. Jill Biden will be in Wisconsin today, making a stop in Madison. She'll participate in a Get Out the Vote event at noon. She's expected to talk about how Wisconsinites can vote this year. No other details have been announced. She will also visit Waukesha. The visit comes just a week after her husband, Joe Biden, had visited Manitowoc.
Senate Republicans expect to have hearings in the next few weeks to confirm the president's Supreme Court nominee. Judge Amy Coney Barrett is a conservative federal appeals court judge. House Democrats worry her appointment could lead to the Affordable Care Act being repealed when the case goes before the court. Judge Barrett is openly against the ACA, but says she's able to be impartial on issues she's already spoken out on.
And new this morning, we are learning where Wisconsinites stand on filling the Supreme Court vacancy. A new NBC News and Marist poll shows most likely voters in Wisconsin want the winner of the November election to fill the spot. Roughly 1 in 3 Wisconsin voters say President Trump should fill it immediately. 7% say President Trump should fill the seat no matter the election results. Researchers did this poll, though, before President Trump announced his nomination on Saturday. The margin of error in this poll is 4.5 points.
Developing right now, House Democrats are demanding the president release his tax returns after an investigation from the New York Times revealed 20 years of his credit history. The documents show he paid $750 in income taxes in 2016, the year he won the presidency. In his first year in the White House, he paid another $750. But President Trump hadn't paid any income taxes at all in 10 of the previous 15 years, largely because he reported losing much more money than he made. Here's the president's response to the investigation.
Totally fake news. No, actually, I paid tax, and you'll see that as soon as my tax returns. It's under audit. They've been under audit for a long time. The IRS does not treat me well. They treat me like the Tea Party, like they treated the Tea Party. They don't treat me well. They treat me very badly.
The president's taxes have largely been a mystery since he first ran for office. You just heard the president say he hasn't released them because he's been under audit by the IRS since 2016. However, being under audit by the IRS doesn't prevent someone from releasing their tax returns publicly. The Times plans to release more stories this week related to the president's tax documents. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic right now to Monday morning as you're heading out the door right now. Beltline looking very good so far, moving at posted speed, starting to see a few slowdowns on Park Street this morning, East Washington as well. John Nolan Drive area looking good though as you head inbound right now. Looks like we're moving at posted speeds, all in the green. Let's take a live look outside right now. 640 on the nose. Look from the Edgewater Skycam. A lot of clouds in the air today, and we're going to be dealing with some cool conditions out there, as well as some more rain in the forecast. Aaron White will have details coming up. But first, I'm going to bring you the story about a special sisterhood paying it forward one wine basket at a time. It's a story you'll see only on News 3 Now this morning when we come back.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows and nothing's worked like MyPillow.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
I used to think that sheets were just sheets. I got the Giza Dream sheets. They are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
The Go Anywhere pillow is so easy to just roll up and take anywhere I want to go.
Go Anywhere pillow is really comfortable, so that's what I really like. It's nice and supportive, and it's nice and small.
The MyPillow topper, for the first time, has enabled me to have a cool night's sleep. I'm able to go to bed and just get rest.
That's 3 inches of wonderful that's in the MyPillow mattress topper. It's just like a firm cloud.
MyPillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but so much more. For example, you get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you.
I'm possible at Herzing.
On the next Live Before, our political expert Charles Franklin will have a preview of the first presidential debate.
And film critic Will Loper will show us what new movies hit theaters and what new shows are streaming.
Trust us to get it right.
To keep you prepared.
When severe weather is on the way.
And your family's safety is on the line.
Our team and technology are ready to help you stay safe.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now.
Welcome back. We're popping the cork on a new week with a happy story.
Yeah, some of you may have recently received a small gift basket at your door or know someone who has. Well, I went searching for who's behind it, and it's sure to leave you with a smile today.
Rain or shine, we're whining.
It's a little bit like adult Ding Dong Dash.
But what's left behind is a form of paying it forward one basket at a time.
It's nice to have that spot of absolute sunshine for everyone.
Lexi Feldman of Windsor was invited to join the Wind Down Sisterhood via Facebook about 2 months ago. It involves simple acts of kindness to spread love to as many as possible during a time of uncertainty.
Trying to get together right now is kind of hard for a lot of people. I know school's really different now. Jobs are different.
I just thought we all needed a little bit of joy back in our lives.
Stephanie Andreessen Stevens founded the Facebook group back in May after she had to temporarily close her small business in Onalaska due to the coronavirus.
It went from 20 people to thousands of people literally overnight.
Now it spans across Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and Illinois. The idea is like that childhood game Lexi referenced. This is no prank, though, but rather a visit from the Wine Fairies.
They are some of the best people you will meet on this planet. I got to tell you, they take care of one another like we are sisters.
Lexi tells me she was wined within 2 weeks of joining.
Got candy.
She then got her sister involved to pay it forward to someone else.
I ran up to the house, dropped it off, rang the doorbell, and then booked it back to my car. And just that little thrill was so much fun.
Hearing positive stories like that is humbling to Stephanie when it can be so easy to focus on the bad right now.
How amazing is that in a time of fear and just everyone being so scared that we can actually bring hope and light back into the dark.
That light, exactly what Lexi and maybe the rest of us need.
This has hit so many people, and there's not a lot of joy and fun things to look forward to. So if something as simple as a gift basket, which doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg right now, if that can help, then it's so worth it.
Now, people from other parts of the country are now hearing about this, starting similar groups in their areas as well. Stephanie tells me they're going to be making some fun new challenges and promoting more acts of kindness, as simple as buying a coffee or maybe a cookie for the person behind you in line. If you'd like to get in on this movement, you can just search this story up on channel3000.com. I put a link on there. I've already joined it, Leah.
Of course you have.
And a lot of people, like 35,000 other people have already joined this. You mentioned, or I mentioned in the story, it started with a group of 20 women. It's already up to tens of thousands since the pandemic started. So just incredible across Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Illinois, and other parts of the country doing it too. It's just good to see some positive out there right now.
The fact that exploded so quickly, I think, shows how much we needed some positivity, a little bit of help from our neighbors.
And it doesn't take much either. You know, you can just put a little bit of something together and it's going to make a world of difference for someone out there. So,
Aaron, what do you think? A little bottle of wine on your doorstep?
100%. I mean, you step out the door in the morning and you see that. I mean, how can you not have a smile on your face?
We'll take it.
And then sometimes paying it forward too. Like, I know I always appreciate it, but then being able to see the smile and the reaction, that's why a lot of these people that would wine someone else, what they call it, just the reaction that these people get is priceless.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, you do something good for somebody, you feel good about it, and you see something good, you feel good about it too. Even if it's somebody else.
Yeah, during this time too. All right, unfortunately, not a lot of good in this forecast there, Aaron.
Yeah, unfortunately not. We have clouds in place for today. We will see a few peaks of sunshine, so I guess that's the brighter side of the news today for the weather. We will see our temperatures on the cool side in the 50s. A few spotty showers can be expected throughout the day today. They're going to be rather light in nature, so not amounting to that much. You could see rainfall amounts barely a couple hundredths of an inch across southern Wisconsin, maybe a few higher totals closer to Milwaukee. The other side is going to be the cooler temperatures. A trough's going to be building in as we go through the week. It's going to really dive down to the south, even all the way down to the Gulf Coast, and that's going to usher in some much cooler temperatures. Highs are going to be in the lower 50s, and we're talking about overnight lows down into the 30s, so getting close to that first freeze. It's usually about October 1st through the 10th, and you know we're coming up on October, so could happen later this week.
Tis the season.
Brr.
All right, Aaron, thank you. Stick around, folks. The morning sprint is coming up after the break.
But first, September 28th, and we want to say happy birthday to Mila and all the other kids turning 3 today. Happy birthday. Thanks for starting it with us here on News 3 Now this morning.
Coos 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Welcome to the all-new Dwellings.
Getting your air ducts thoroughly cleaned takes the trained professionals at Stanley Steamer using the most powerful equipment to get the most powerful results. Our equipment goes deep inside your ducts, removing years of dirt, pet hair, allergens, even dust mites. Unlike other air duct cleaning companies, Stanley Steamer cleans your entire system. Just look at how much dirt can be removed. Call today for a free inspection and save $50 on a cleaning.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
During Joe Biden's 47 years in Washington, Made in America was replaced with Made in China. Biden's bad trade deals put China first, and American workers paid the price. Millions of jobs lost to Mexico and China. Donald Trump is the jobs president. He helped create millions of jobs. Factories returned. African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and women saw record gains. President Trump will always put America first.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Your parents spent years taking care of you, but as the years go by, it becomes your turn to take care of them. This might mean trusting a nursing home, which promises to care for them as cherished loved ones. But if the nursing home you've chosen is not keeping their promise, we can help. If your parents have been injured in a nursing home, call Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
We believe every baby deserves a healthy start. Yet many new parents in our community are struggling to afford the basic necessities. You can help change that.
October 8th through 11th, please donate to the News 3 Now Community Baby Shower. Drop off infant care items safely at these no-contact drive-through sites throughout Madison. Visit Channel 3000 for complete details. News 3 Now Community Baby Shower, sponsored by Viridian Homes and Dave Jones, Inc.
This car since you were 8 policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Dwellings, Madison's best kept $150 secret. Now open in Fitchburg.
Hey, Madison voters, create your safe voting plan now.
Welcome back at 6:51, time for the morning sprint.
We start with breaking news overnight. A home on Madison's east side now has 7 bullet holes in it. Police say several people heard gunshots on Driscoll Drive near the interstate just before 1:30 this morning. Some witnesses say they saw an SUV and a silver sedan driving away. 2 people were home at the time. Luckily, no one was hurt. To campaign 2020 this morning, Dr. Jill Biden will be in Wisconsin today, making a stop in Madison. She'll participate in a Get Out the Vote event at noon. She's expected to talk about how Wisconsinites can vote this year. No other details have been announced, but she will also visit Waukesha. The visit comes just a week after her husband, Democratic nominee Joe Biden, visited Manitowoc.
The first presidential debate between Joe Biden and President Trump will take place tomorrow. Fox News anchor Chris Wallace will moderate the debate. He'll cover these 5 topics on your screen: both candidates' records, the Supreme Court, the pandemic, economic policy, racism, and the integrity of the election. Each topic gets 15 minutes of conversation, no commercials. It starts tomorrow night at 8. You can watch it right here in a special report on News 3 Now.
Developing right now, House Democrats are demanding the president release his tax returns after an investigation from the New York Times revealed 20 years of his credit history. The document showing the president is personally responsible for loans and debts worth more than $420 million. Most of it is due within the next 4 years. If he wins re-election, the president's lenders could choose to foreclose a sitting president. The president calls the report, quote, fake news.
New this morning, Senator Ron Johnson wants the legislature to pass a law that would allow ballot counting before Election Day. He made the comments to a Milwaukee news station. He says he's concerned that we may not know the results on election night because of mail-in voting. Current state law lets clerks unseal and count absentee ballots starting at 7 a.m. on Election Day when polls open for in-person voting. National attention right now is turning to Wisconsin, which is seeing a major spike in new COVID cases. The state is reporting more than 2,000 new cases for the 4th day in a row. State and county dashboards show 1 month ago, Wisconsin notched just over 800 new cases. The positivity rate increasing as well. Nearly 3 in 10 people tested are positive.
Parts of Texas are under a boil water advisory this morning after a brain-eating amoeba was found in their water supply. The governor there issuing a disaster for the area after a 6-year-old boy died after getting the amoeba from either a splash pad or a watering hose. This amoeba is commonly found in fresh water and soil and infects people by getting in your nose.
One of the inmates who escaped from Wisconsin's maximum security prison is due in court today. James Newman and Thomas Deering were arrested at a Rockford, Illinois nonprofit after escaping from Columbia Correctional Institute in April. One of the women accused of helping the inmates has already been in court. Newman's pretrial conference is set for this afternoon.
The Packers still undefeated this week after taking down Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints last night. Aaron Rodgers passing for 283 yards and 3 touchdowns, helping lead the Pack to a 37-30 win. Brees didn't have a bad game himself, passing for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Packers will play the Falcons 1 week from today.
The Brewers are officially headed to the playoffs thanks to the San Diego Padres. The Brew Crew lost their last regular season game to the Cardinals, but the Padres managed a win against the Giants, and Milwaukee had been competing with the Giants for that last postseason spot. This is going to be the Brewers' 3rd consecutive trip to the playoffs. That's a franchise record, by the way. The Brewers will play the Dodgers in a best-of-3 series that starts Wednesday.
Your drive to work this morning could take you a little longer. The city of Madison has officially lowered the speed limit on parts of East Washington Avenue. The area from Pinckney Street at the Capitol Square to Baldwin Street near Tenney Park is now 25 miles per hour, down from 35. Then from Baldwin Street to the Highway 30 area, the speed limit is now 30 miles per hour, down from 35. Slow it down, folks. 6:55. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic as you head out the door this morning. Things across the Madison area looking a-okay. Beltline moving good. If you're moving along right there, you should be at posted speeds. Park Street in and off the Beltline right now, looking a little slow. In East Washington in the yellow there, you can see in and out of downtown, you might see a few brake lights there. Stoughton Road and the interstate looking a-okay so far this morning. As we take a look at your drive times, we are moving along at posted speeds. That's your first warn traffic.
And we have a cloudy and cool forecast for today, as we will see temperatures generally into the 50s as we head into the afternoon. A few spotty showers also can be expected throughout the day today. Not really going to amount to that much. Today's high right around 58 degrees, and we are going to stay cool right on through the rest of the work week. The warm day this week, 60 on Wednesday, as we see 50s this weekend.
All right, Aaron, thank you, and thanks for joining us, everyone. Make it a great Monday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.